It's Nancy from Inspired Needle, coming at you today to talk about my stitching and what I've been up to. Today is May 11th, I think. It's either the 11th or the 12th. It's a Tuesday. Anyway, just want to say thank you for all the wonderful comments from the last video that I was in. Very kind comments complimenting me on my stitching. So thank you so much. I have two things of business here. I'd like to say hi to Patricia, who left a comment, and I'm going to read it to you. Patricia said, Nancy, great to see your progress. I thought I was the only one who stitched something 3 times to get it right. But when it is done, I know I made the right decision. So, Patricia, you're now my kin in spirit, I guess we'll call it. And then, let's see, I wrote it down here. Roxy asked to know what fabric and I was doing Miss Lucy on, so I think I have a tendency to forget to tell you guys that. So Miss Lucy is on 36 count exemplar, and I'm using the call for threads, DMC threads. I believe, I'll check it when I get to the chart, I believe it called for a light exemplar, but we didn't have it in stock and I was anxious to get started, so I just went with the exemplar. So anyway, I'm going to pause 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I just paused because I see the counter on the screen is weird. But anyway, let's get started. Oh, before I forget, you see I'm in a different location. This is my stitchy spot. This is my recliner. Back behind me you can see there's my hat that I wear once in a while in the winter. That is my stitching light, but I guess it's kind of hard to tell. And that is a picture of Chicago. One of many I have, but the only one that's hanging right now in the house. So let's get started. Progress. I've worked on 2 things only since the last time you've seen me. I worked on Miss Lucy and the Mountain View Bay, and that brings me to Maynia. I am actually going to participate in Maynia, but I'm going to do the monogamous type, and so all I'm going to do is stitch on Miss Lucy, because Miss Lucy gets Sunday is reserved for her, and then the rest of the time it'll be the Mountain View Bay. So let me put this down and I'll grab Miss Lucy. Oh, sorry about the table shaking. I got the camera on a table tray and it's not level, so I didn't, oh, you know what, I didn't bring anything to put behind this either. Uh-oh, I'm losing my needle minders. Let's see how this looks. Is that the right way? That is the right way. Okay, so, let me get here. So I worked just right here on this. So this is, I finished this flower, and then I went down and did the border here. Let me get you a little closer look. So I was, yesterday I stitched on her. I know yesterday was Monday, but Sunday I didn't get any stitching done. Maybe 20 stitches or 30 stitches, and I ended up tearing them out. So now I'm looking forward to going that direction. But yesterday I worked here. I was anxious to get this done. Once I get that border done, I feel a big sigh of relief. I can get moving on. I don't know. I just feel like the border is tedious. It's a lot of work, and I wish I didn't have to do it. I wish someone else could do it for me. So, let me grab the chart here real quick and we'll take a look at, yes, the called for was, in fact, 36 count Lakeside Linen Light exemplar, but like I said, we didn't have it, so here's the chart. I know you've seen it 100 times. And the called for is DMC. The model, it was actually done in silks, but it was a little bit too expensive for me at this time. So, and then next I did Mountain View Bay. Worked on that a little bit. So here is the photo, and once again I forget to take it out of the package. Sorry about the glare. Get you a little closer look there. The glare is terrible. Oh, you know what? Let me back up. Let's go back to Miss Lucy. So I have a question. I took a picture of Miss Lucy. I took 2 pictures of her yesterday with my camera. Posted them on to Instagram. And so here's my question. Someone tell me what I'm doing wrong. When I post these, I take these pictures, the whole stitching piece was in the camera. You know what I'm saying? It was in the photo. So now, and I upload it now to Instagram, and it like cuts off the edges. So I'm really irritated with my photos. I've tried to shrink them. The ones I posted yesterday did not reduce in size. But so can somebody tell me why when I post a picture it looks horrible? That's why I don't post that often, because I'm thinking it's me. My pictures are terrible, but when I see what I took, what's in the camera, I don't know. So anyway, let's continue. Mountain View Bay. Let me get something to put behind this. This is my progress on Mountain View Bay. I'm really enjoying this. I feel like I should have gotten a lot more done since last time. So let me explain. Been busy working. Sometimes I stitch when I get home from work. Sometimes I don't. But I've had a lot of yard work, and so I got to get out and get that done and get things cleaned up and raked up, and which leads me to my next thing. I wanted to say hello to a couple of my good friends, and to actually tell everybody that I have some great friends. In addition to the entire cross-stitching community, Flosstube, and those that are local, those that I know through the shop, I have some really great friends. Number one, I'd like to acknowledge my buddy Kenna, and thank her for her help. Kenna came over one day and we did some yard work. Actually, she did more of the work. I did the raking, and she brought her chainsaw and trimmed one of my, I don't know what to call it. It's a bush. It's not really a tree, but it's a bush with really thick limbs. It gets, what do you call those things? Thorns. It has really long thorns, and then at the end of the summer, late summer, it gets some sort of berries on it. I have no idea what kind of tree it is. But anyway, for years I've been wanting that thing trimmed, and so she gave it a good chop down, and now it looks beautiful. It's gonna grow straight up. It's off the house, and it's hopefully will just go straight up. And then also want to say hi to my good friends Mike and Debbie. Mike and Debbie come over twice a year. Well, they come over more often than that, but twice a year for one specific reason, and that is to either put up or to take down my storm windows. I still have 3 windows in my house that I have to put storms up, and so Mike and Debbie for the past few years have come and helped me with that. So they came over, we took the windows down, then Mike came back a couple days later because my water in my backyard water needed to be fixed, so he took care of that for me. So, and then, would you believe, one day last week I come home from work and I pull in my driveway and I'm looking at, I just happened, I don't know, I was looking to see if there was anything in the mailbox. Just, visual as I drove past, and I see my flower beds. I'm like, who put mulch in my flower beds? And so I text one person, and she said no, and then I texted Mike and Debbie, and lo and behold, it was Mike and Debbie. So I'm very appreciative of everything they've done for me. What a really nice surprise that was to come home, and Debbie weeded, and then they threw some mulch down. It was very nice of them. So just wanted to let you know. I know I'm sure everybody has a lot of great friends, but I'm especially blessed with the ones that I have. Okay, so let's move on to what do we want to do next? A couple things. I know I have my list for 2020 here. I have it here. I'm going to show you a few of those things. But you know, I've really been itching to do a couple other charts that are not on my list. Don't you hate when that happens? So I really been thinking about starting Kringles. Not sure if I mentioned that before, but this one came out, I want to say the end of, sorry I have an itch, I think December of 2018, I want to say. It's by Tiny Modernist. It's called Santa's House. It was a 6-part series. And a lot of people kind of went gaga over this. So I've been really thinking about doing this. I have fabric and I have the threads, so who knows? Maybe after May is over, maybe I'll start this. And then the other one I really want to start that's on my list is the map of Hawk Run Hollow, but that one I can't start until I get my fabric. Okay, so I have a little bit of haul. Two of them I just forgot that I bought them. They were in a bag somewhere. So I just picked up some more fabric. This is from Mountain Air Fabrics. It's called Earth Fog. It's 32 count. And let me show you this. But isn't that a pretty color? Flip it around a little bit. No clue what I'm going to put on it, but I think this one's got endless possibilities. So again, Earth Fog from Mountain Air. I don't know how long they've been in business or if they were new, but Cathy picked that up from Market. And if anybody, I think we have a couple more of those if anybody is interested. This one is from Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Lori. This one's called Dead Sea Scroll. This is a 28 count. I just loved it because you know what? It reminds me of Vintage Country Mocha. Isn't that pretty? I'll show you the other side. This one again, endless possibilities. I'm sure I have something in my stash to do. And then this one I just bought a week or two ago. Not a week, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is, and I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. It's from Picture This Plus. It's 32 count Crystal Whimsy. And once you see it, of course, you know, it's purple. So what does that tell you? And I don't know if you can see the little crystals in there. I have an idea. And I don't know what you guys think. Let me grab it. I haven't looked through all of the charts in my stash to see what I could use this fabric for. Except this one comes to mind. This was Praiseworthy Stitches. Simple Gifts, Grace. So, if I just do the design all in black and put it on this fabric, what do you guys think? Let me know. If not, I'll hunt through my stash and see what else there is I could use that for. Okay, let me check the time. Well, I'm getting close to needing to cut it short, but let me show you a couple things on my list. In my bag, I have 2 bags. Oh, Oh, let me pull it here. There's the bag you guys have seen, used to seeing. I have gotten organized, and I have everything in project bags. So, this one, I should probably leave this out. This is the hands-on designs. Scary Apothecary. I should really leave this one out because I gotta get finished on this. I'm gonna leave that out, okay? You heard it. You heard it. Well, that will ruin my mania, wouldn't it? I'm only supposed to do those two. We'll see. So I've got organized. This is my Sparrow bag. I haven't touched Sparrow since the last time I showed it to you. I'm not gonna take it out. Actually, you know what? I am taking a break from Sparrow, but I'm really waiting on the scroll bars. I really want to put it on scroll bars before I touch it again. And then remember this one? Oh, you can't see nothing. It's not on the Q stamps. Hands-on designs. You had me at Flamingo. Remember that one? That's on my 2020 list. No progress since last time. That's all there is done. I should leave this one out too. I should really do a rotation. What do you think? I don't know, I have trouble with rotations. Apparently. I get stuck on one. And that's all I want to do. Like right now, all I want to do is the By the Bay piece. I really love doing Miss Lucy. And I love the By the Bay piece. And what is this? Let's see. Oh, Dog's Declaration. Another one I haven't touched in forever. Show you this one. Dog's Declaration. You guys remember this? Ta-da! I love this one. I love them all. So, no progress on Dog's Declaration. Is this the front or the back? That's the front. So, that's it. No progress. Same as what you saw last time I showed it to you. So, alright, so that's the one bag of my 2020 projects. So, next time I think I'll show you the other bag of my 2020 projects. And then I have an idea in mind. I'm going to dig through my stash and show you maybe a comparison. Because as the times I've looked through my stash, I see how my taste has changed from when I first started stitching. And the difference in the charts that I now buy compared to 9 years ago. So I think I'll do that if I get the opportunity, which I hope I will, because I want to. I have the X Stitch app. I hope to get that updated. So while I'm updating that app, I can pick like 5 charts from 9 years ago and compare them to what I'm doing today. So I'll do that next time, I think. That's pretty fun. Okay, now, guess what time it is. It's the time you've all been waiting for. What's in the bag? I have 2 bags this time. Yes, ma'am. And yes, sir. Yes, indeedy, we do. And they're in the bag still. Both are gifts. And I'll show you the first one. I left them in the bag purposely. So the first one. Ta-da! So we can open it together. That's why I left it in the bag. So I'm going to open it now. So sorry for the crinkles. This is my very own Garan Toten Bags t-shirt. Ta-da! It's from my friend Kenna. Ooh, it smells nice. Wow. So thank you, Kenna. I love it. And thank you for Ronnie and Gary. And speaking of Ronnie and Gary, my next gift. There's the bag. We'll open this bag together. What's in it? little gift from Gary and Ronnie. It is a little bit of a, there you go, now you can see it, like a keychain kind of thing. I hear some people are using it as a floss tag, so that's an idea. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, since it has this thread hanging here. You know, I might just hang it from my rear view mirror. You never know. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm running out of time. I want to leave the time at the end of this for if Cathy's going to add to this video or not. But it's a pleasure talking with you and updating you. Once again, I'm so thankful for your comments. And thankful for everybody who's commenting on all our videos and subscribing and liking and ordering from the shop. So thank you. Just thank you for everything. This community is totally awesome. So I will see you again in probably 2 weeks or so, and hopefully I'll have a lot more progress on my 2 pieces. So happy stitching, happy mania to everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Flosstube.
Hi Flosstube, it's Cathy Roganella, and I am here to finally show you some fabric that we have here in stock. I figured since a lot of you are placing orders for fabric and a lot of it is out of stock, especially all the popular colors that have been recently used in some of the latest market releases, I figured I would show you what exactly I do have in stock. And I apologize for the delay. I've been waiting for some good weather for like the last week and a half, and it's been so dreary and overcast, and finally I just see the sun came out. The sun's been out all day, and then right when I was going to start recording this, the sun went behind the clouds and it was kind of dark and dank again, and now I see the sun's coming out, so maybe we'll have some good photography here. But before we go any further, I hope you enjoyed seeing Nancy's WIPs and her current progress with what she's been doing. I do have a little bit of progress on my Brenda Key's Plant Wisdom sampler, but I forgot to bring it with today. But so you're not continuing to stare at a blank table here, empty table, I should say. I will start with the fabric parade, and I'm going to show you some things that came in recently, but mainly I'll stick with the R&R Fabrics 32 count. The day has gotten away from me. It always seems like I have the best intentions and then something comes up and throws a wrench in my day. So, but without further ado, let's go. And I know I said R&R, but let's start with this week's 40 count. It is a Zweigart base. That's straw. And I'll just kind of leave the fabrics here so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like compared to other fabrics. Some long-awaited fabrics by Stephanie. Colonial Parchment. This is 40 count linen, Newcastle Colonial Parchment. I'll try to open it up here for you so you can get an idea of what it might look like. Now mind you, I'm right in front of the door, so there is going to be a little glare coming in from the outside light, but hopefully you'll be able to see it well enough. Next is R&R. This is 32 count, 18th century rook. It's a nice, beautiful, kind of olivey drab brown fabric. That's that, 18th century rook. Sorry, I'm trying to do this. I'm behind the camera, but I don't want to hold it, so I've got it up on the tripod. There's just a few extra little pieces. This 18th century rook is a whole half yard. And then I think there's maybe 1/8 of a yard in here. Okay, here's some more fabrics by Stephanie. Colonial Parchment, 36 count linen. This is a beautiful color. We use this in, it was a hot commodity because I used it in my, or not mine, but in the French Kitchen Club. Yeah, I guess the club is through the shop. And I was holding on to the linen, any linen I got, because I needed it for the club. So there's some 36 that was left over. This is R&R reprint. Now this is a color, I want to say a couple years ago, one of Plum Street's patterns use this, and this is Plum Street Blend. I don't recall the exact pattern, but this is kind of a little mossy green color, and this is, yeah, Plum Street Blend, 32 count. That's a half yard here, and we do have an extra, looks like an 1/8 yard is here of the Plum Street Blend, and another 1/4 yard. I'm sure you could use it for whatever. Doesn't have to be for that particular pattern. Here is Star's Hollow Blend, and this is an odd size. It's not quite a 1/4. It's a 24 by 18, so it's just under, barely under a 1/4. Star's Hollow Blend, 32 count. Oops, trying to hold that there for you. Okay. Vintage beeswax, popular color. I'll lay that out. It's beautiful, nice cocoa-y kind of brown, and it differs. Like here was that 18th century rook. You can see the difference in the color. One's a lot darker. This vintage beeswax is a beautiful color. They're all beautiful. I love R&R fabrics. Here we go. Vintage beeswax, 32 count, fat half. We also have, we have a lot of this. Another fat half. And I think I have some more smaller pieces. Now you can, if you did want to order this, I mean, we'll cut a 1/4 out of this, or an 1/8, whatever you'd like. This is weathered shingles, and kind of looks just like you would imagine. Shingles on a roof, little kind of weather beaten. This is a nice color, nice neutral. Weathered shingles. These are all 32 counts. Winter Brew. And this is a half yard of the Winter Brew. Kind of a little golden tone to it. Smells delicious because, of course, they're coffee dyed. So here's a smaller little piece. Looks like a 9 by 13. Would be perfect for that Project Quarantine from Brenda Gervais, the Stay Home and Stitch. That would be good. Okay, what else do we have here? This is French Roast. Now this is a color that I haven't seen used in a pattern in a long time. I'm not even sure how I acquired it. Isn't that pretty? It's a little more golden-y than the Winter Brew. And if you want to see some of the dyeing discrepancies, I guess, you know, just how floss comes in and it's like two totally different colors. Well, here's French Roast, and here's French Roast. So I guess it just depends. I don't know what causes the dye to take a little bit differently, or maybe their formula is a little different at the time. I'm not sure, but different colors. So that's another reason why when you're working on a project and it calls for like Project Quarantine, oh, Patriots Brew. Well, I had some Winter Brew that looked almost exactly like the Patriots Brew, so I subbed that out for some people that requested the project to be kitted up for them. Okay, here coming up is flax fields. These are not, oh, this is a quarter. Yeah, flax fields. This is a quarter, but then we have an eighth here also. That's flax fields. Okay, Liberty Gathering Gray. I have a couple different pieces here. I have a little 9x13. I have fat eighth. Here's a quarter. Again, all 32 count. And Liberty Gathering Gray. One of my favorite colors is this espresso. It's another beautiful goldeny, be perfect. All these would be perfect for samplers or whatever your desire is to stitch. Abecedarian blend. Let me show you this. 32 count Abecedarian. And you can see the difference like between the espresso. The espresso is more golden. Abecedarian is a little toned down, a little more beigey. Have a couple small pieces, quarter yard, a couple quarter or eighth yards. I'm trying to keep my bags together with the fabric so that I know what it is when I stick it back in there. This is Beach Brew. That's all we have left. It was popular a while back, but now we're back down to this. This is my little scrap left. I haven't seen it come through. Actually, Hoffman, where I get my fabric, they just posted that they just received in a new shipment, so I hurried up and got my order in. I hope I get some, because I've missed out on the last two shipments. I put my order in, I mean, literally within 20 minutes, and when I got my order, it was missing. I didn't get any fabric, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed this time, that I made it in time. It's like when you guys sign up for the Shepherd's Bush retreat or something. You all have to get your registrations in right away. Okay, here we have flax fields. I think I had, I don't know, I can't remember. Can't remember what I did 2 seconds ago. Flax fields, it's a really pretty color. I think I said one of these other ones was a flax fields. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. Irish cream. That's why I started. I went from marking the bag like this. I stopped doing that and I started doing this, marking the actual fabric just for this explicit purpose, because if the fabric gets separated from the bag for whatever reason, good luck trying to figure out what's what. And here is Irish cream, another really pretty color. 32 count Irish cream. Okay, I have some of this fog from Picture This Plus. I know everyone went kind of gaga over it when it came out, and it is a beautiful color. And I happen to have this fat half of Lugana, 28 count. Let me unwind it for you. So it's available. There's the fog if someone decided they wanted to do whatever on the 28 count. So we have that half yard. And I don't know what this was used for, but I know it was popular for a while, and I just got some back in. Someone ordered it on the website, and I was out of stock, so I ordered in a yard. This is from Dames of the Needle, and it's called Witch's Brew. Look at that. Isn't that kind of crazy? I don't know what you would stitch on here, but because of the huge blotches of black, but it's kind of fun. I don't know what you could, maybe if you put like something right here. I don't know. You guys have the imaginations, so, and I can't believe some of the beautiful things. So we have a fat half and we have a quarter. It's kind of interesting how it dies up. Well, like I said, by the time I pulled all this fabric out and got it ready, the sun came out, and I am not prepared to do any more than what I've just shown you. So if you see anything you like, give us an email, shoot us an email, or order it on the website. If you don't see it on the website for whatever reason, there's some reason why, maybe it got missed or it's out of stock or something. If it's out of stock, it won't show up. But you just see here that it is in stock. So you can call, you can email, put an order in over the website, or wait for the next one. I promise I will do 36. I'm going to wait for the weekend. I'm taking tomorrow off because I've had a really busy week. So I'm going to spend some time with my husband. We're going to maybe try to find a restaurant open or something. We're still trying to celebrate his birthday from 2 months ago. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can find out over a long weekend. Maybe we'll find some place that will have a fairly decent meal. Who knows? But hang in there, guys. We're slowly starting to open up. I'm going to put some information out for you regarding the shop. We're going to be able to start opening up, and I'm going to start doing an appointment type of in-store service, I guess, in addition to taking orders online. So I keep posted for that. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll be getting information. Otherwise, you can subscribe. There should be a subscribe button on the website, so do that. And in the meantime, I wish you a nice, relaxing Labor Day. I'm a couple months ahead of myself. Memorial Day weekend. So until next time, Flosstube, I wish that all your needles be inspired. And we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.